Hello. Let me grab some water, and I got a little time. We are going to see what we can get done. Delicious. It is cold in here. It's another cold day. I think it's, let me actually see weather. Oh, it's warmer than it was. It's 12 right now. All right. Maybe that's why I don't have to wear my winter coat in here. But we'll see. Oh, boy. All right, let's hop in. Play. We'll take a look at the meditation insight buff. I think I got it pretty much done. I made a special chair that you could sit in. You can't make it yet. I got to give it a recipe. But I think the chair looks pretty awesome. There we go. Here, let me clean up these other chairs. So this is the meditation chair right now. So like there's like mana coming from the bottom. Here, let's sit in it. So you'll start to pulse with mana, and after about 5 seconds, it gives you your buff. So this buff increases, right now it increases your max mana by 100. And it's I think it's a 5 or 10 minute buff. I can't remember. I think it's 10 minute. Oops. Let me see. Yep, it's a 10-minute buff. So it's one of those things where, like, if you're gonna go out somewhere, right, do an adventure or something, you probably want to sit in on your throne to grab that buff so you can cast a little more magic. It was my way to kind of bridge the gap. I don't want people to use, you know, to only be able to do magic if they get this full set of armor. And the full set of armor doesn't really give you a lot of mana. So I figured this was a good way to get you, like, you know, you want to cast spells, you sit in this. What are we working on? Let's see. I had the shrink and the grow spells, so I got these working. You could shrink down, and I preserve your skin and all your stuff. The problem is, this buff, it does not expire. So it does expire, but it never sets you back. So I was looking into, you know, doing something like in Vintage Story. It's called registered callback. I don't think there's anything native like that in Hytale itself. But I was looking into what Java can provide, and Java has, oh, what is it called? It is a scheduled task. Got a page open for it right here. Yeah, so it's a scheduled executor service. So basically, as I cast a buff, I will need to create a it's like I create a variable for this, and at the time of the buff I'll have to apply the amount of time it takes to run that service. That way at the end of this buff, hopefully, as long as time syncs okay, it will run this task to clean up and bring you back to your normal size. Right, so if I do like the growth wand, right, here we go, the growth spell. You know, I'm a behemoth right now, but I would need to shrink you down or make you grow, right? Reset your default size. So we can pursue that, or I can add healing spells. The healing spells I would want to add would be just like a generic kind of heal spell. Have it to where you could target a player with it, potentially. And the default, if you don't target, it won't be a player, it'll be an entity, right? So if you target an entity, you can heal it. If you don't have a target, it heals yourself by default. I also want to make a regeneration spell that will do kind of the same thing. You know, like if you have a target, it'll cast the regen buff on that target. And then I want to make AoE versions of those 2 spells. So really, it would be 4 spells that we make. So I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. If you guys have a suggestion on what you want to see, do we try and figure out scheduled tasks, or do I add some buffs or some heals? Not sure. I don't think anyone's really watching right now, but I'll give it a few. There we go. What is this? Oh, okay. So YouTube, or YouTube and Twitch. Nice. I'm kind of hoping that the buff does naturally wear off. There's no way it would. There's no possible way it would. I know for a fact. I would bet money on it. I would bet money on it. We'll let it expire, right? Like I'll let it keep ticking, but there's no way. And we'll come over here. Oh, and you can see the runes on the ground. I started to play around with like being able to place runes. The target utility is just a little too weird to be able to have rituals right now. It's a little too weird. Here, let me pop into this mode. Let me get rid of all these. Get rid of that. I guess I can get rid of that. Is there like a clear button? Can I just clear my inventory? Oh, hide compass, hide hotbar, hide HUD. Interesting. Hide helmet. Oh, I was hoping there was something where I could just like push all the items into creative, like a one-stop shop. Yeah, I was hoping I could shift click and make things disappear too. I guess not. This is my magic chalk right now. So here. So if I put the quote unquote magic chalk in, right, like right now it takes the space of a block. But what it was doing before, and it probably isn't gonna work well, yeah, because I'm so tall right now. But there's something where like it sees this block, right? But it's got like this very thin hitbox, but unfortunately it still sees this block in the whole block space. So when you're putting down runes, you'll end up like not putting down a rune. Like if you want to put a rune right here, you would like right click and see right there. It's not even though I'm inside the box, it's not enough. Right, and if I go up a little more, see now it did it, like way over here. So it sees this like whole, like draw a box right here. All right, like basically it's treating it like this. Well, let me hop out. Right, it's treating it like this. So it's like to place it, I have to go like right there where it would target the new block. And it's probably just the fact that the utilities need to expand a little bit. Like when they expand a little bit more, or maybe when I learn how to do my own raycast, then I can bring in rituals, so we could start drawing patterns, and you know, I can have it to where it could put down. I was testing here. I could put down at random rotations. I gotta figure out, like, this right here is supposed to have some transparency, so there may be something else I have to do to kind of make that semi-transparent, you know, outline. But I can create, like, you know, 15 other runes too, so as you're placing these down, they're all like a different symbol, and then we can have rituals in. And since no one seems to have a preference on what we do, I'm going to flip a coin. Where's my EverQuest 2 collectible coin? You know what? I don't know where that one is, but we will flip this one. So this is my Sterling Castle coin. So heads will be the unicorn symbol. Tails will be the cannon. Oh crap! I didn't call it. Heads will be the scheduled task stuff. Tails will be. Yep, and the buff did wear off, and I'm still big. Tails will be healing spells. Okay, well, guess we're gonna do healing spells. Fuck, I kind of wanted to figure out the scheduled tasks, but I cannot defy fate. We'll do some healing spells. So let's go ahead and shut down. And we are gonna bring up our spells. So here we go under systems, enum, spell names. Oh no, I gotta come up with names for these things. Oh no, my weakness. All right. Well, I know I want regeneration, right? Let me look up like World of Warcraft healing spell names. So let's see. Flash heal is a priest thing. Healing spell names, World of Warcraft. So we got things like rejuvenation, the prayer of mending, circle of healing, holy shock, lay on hands, restoration. It's a chain spell. So I want to stay away from like priest stuff, right? Like flash heal. I did flash heal. I ended up not liking that. I don't really want like holy light or anything. I don't want a religious tone to this. Healing wave, healing surge, chain heal. There's the healing totem. Monks have vivify. I really don't like that either. I really don't like that either. Healing flame. Evokers have healing flame, dream breath, and spirit bloom. Blech. What if I just call it heal? Heal 1. So regeneration 1 and heal 1. We'll do that. Terrible with names. Heal 1. There we go. Alright, so regeneration, right? So this is going to be the actual like registry name in the map. This is going to be the localized name. And then this is going to be the description for the spell, and then we will have heal. And I could just do a search and replace if I want to rename this stuff. It's not going to be a big deal. Now, what about the AoE stuff, right? So I can have heal or regeneration. Because I might as well make the AoE versions as well. I could have regeneration and rejuvenation. Juvenation, right? Rejuvenation. There we go. And oh boy, Circle of Healing would be pretty good. Healing Surge would be a pretty good one too. Maybe it could be like maybe Circle of Healing. Because it would be a heal that's around you. Whoops. Circle of healing. We'll have that. We'll have that be it. Circle of healing. Man, I was really hoping to do these scheduled tasks. I'm ready to learn something new, and that's gonna be something new. Oh well, what you gonna do? Can't cry over. I'm the one that flipped the coin. All right. So we have regeneration, heal. Maybe I should call it healing. Heal's fine. And then rejuvenation will be the AoE, and then circle of healing will be the AoE for that version. Sweet. Now we need to go into spells. And let's see, what do I want for this? What's going to be the closest spell? If I had to guess here, I could just do barrier. So we'll call this heal 1. And then this would be regeneration 1. And this would be circle of healing 1. And for the last one, it's rejuvenation 1. And then in here, I'm just going to change this key. And this is circle of healing. And I'm gonna keep that part. That's fine. Let's go to heal. This is just gonna be heal 1. Down here, we will get rid of that, because I'm not going to put a buff on them. It's a one-time burst thing. Regeneration. And here's regeneration. I'm going to get rid of the buff effect. There is... Oh, actually, no. We will keep this. We will keep this. And actually, for Circle of Healing, I can get rid of it here. I don't need to put a buff on anyone. That's just going to be an AoE move. And then we have this here, so rejuvenation. Here we go. And I realized I made barrier cost 1 mana point. I think this is supposed to be 50 or 60. I think it was 60 with a 5-second duration. Okay. Yep, and we should be good there. Now I gotta register these 4 new spells. Copy, paste. I will get rid of that. Actually, I'll get rid of that whole thing. Copy, paste, paste, paste. All right, so this will be heal 1. Circle of healing. Regeneration. And then rejuvenation. Right, so those have been added to the global spell dictionary. Now I need to go into icons, spells. I will copy the no spell, copy, paste. And this is going to be heal 1. I've got to create spell icons for these new spells, copy, paste. So it'll be regeneration 1. This will be Circle of Healing 1. And then this will be... My god, I'm never gonna spell rejuvenation right. Not today, anyways. There we go, rejuvenation 1. Perfect. Beautiful. So we have the icons for now. They're just gonna look like that. That's fine. Really, these icons are going to become important. Well, they're important for anything that adds a status effect. So, regeneration and rejuvenation, you'll see these now. These icons are going to become even more important when I bring in the system to be able to write multiple spells on a staff. Because as you're cycling through, I'm going to have something in the heads-up display to show you at least the icon of your current spell and like what the previous spell is in the list, and then the next spell, right? With like a spell name and other stuff like that. I want to do the same thing I did in Rustbound Magic, but I haven't even tapped into heads up HUD, so that's on the back burner. There's plenty of other things that I can do. And for the entity effects here, let's go to... Let's see, for the buff effects, I need 2 of them. And I am going to... Let's see, what do I want? Maybe we will copy... No, we're not going to copy Mage Armor. We will copy... Do I still have a heal for this? No, I put a knockback multiplier in there. Yeah, so I don't have my heal there anymore. I guess it really doesn't matter. Shrink is pretty bare bones. We'll just copy Shrink. Copy paste. So this is going to be Regeneration 1. Copy paste, and then this will be Rejuvenation 1. And then for this, I believe I could copy this. Let's make this health. And I'll have it replenish 10 health. There we go, Lich Form, that's what it was. And then I want this, the cooldown of it. And I'll have it each second, it can replenish 10 health. I think our max health without armor is... Maybe that's a little too potent. We'll do 5 for now. 5 health a second, and then we'll play with how long that duration is. Rejuvenation's going to be the same thing, but it's just going to be the AoE form of it. Make sure that I have these set as debuffs false, which is good. Okay, I think that is a majority of what we need. Oh, we still need to actually cast these spells. I almost forgot. Items, weapons, wands. Nope, that's not it. Icons, items generated, weapons. And I will copy the fly spell. We'll call this heal. Copy paste. This is going to be regeneration. This is going to be rejuvenation. And this will be Circle of Healing 1. And now I also need the grimoires for these, so I'll just copy and paste. This is going to be heal. And again, I'll come up with icons for these. Circle of healing. I just want to make sure that these actually work. Copy, paste. This will be regeneration. And then this will be rejuvenation. Copy. Paste. There we go. Okay, so that should be all of the stuff there. Now we need to make the grimoire and the wand for these. And then we can hop in and we should have these spells completely added. I am glad I mapped out a system to be able to add new spells easily. I am so glad. Let's see. Items. Grimoires. So I figured these would be kind of mid-tier. Let's have it barrier 1 be the standard here. So we'll do heal and regeneration. And then let's have swiftness be the template for the AoE versions. Because swiftness is an AoE buff as well. Well, it is now. As of the new update, the upcoming update, it's going to be. And this is going to be Circle of Healing 1. Copy, paste. And then this will be Rejuvenation 1. Perfect. Let me close all the tabs and we will open these up. So in here, if it says swiftness, what am I on? Rejuvenation. If it's swiftness, have it be rejuvenation. Perfect. Let's go ahead and open up our Oh, these are our grimoires. Okay. Perfect. And then in here, we'll do another search. This will be regeneration. Oh, and this is barrier. Hey, Manaway. How you doing? We are adding 4 healing spells. This will be heal. And this one will look for swiftness, and this will be Circle of Healing. There we go. So all the grimoires should be in now. Now we need to make the 4 wands. And then again, we'll use barrier for heal. And barrier for regeneration. And then we will use swiftness for Circle of Healing. And this one is going to be rejuvenation. All right, we'll start with rejuvenation. So if you see swiftness at all, make this rejuvenation, replace. Here is here we'll do Circle of Healing. There we go. Now we will do heal. We will change this to barrier. Regeneration? Yeah, okay. I had to think. I'm like, wait a minute. Was it? What's the next spell? All right, regeneration. There we go. So now we should have all this stuff done. Was playing a bit of Divine Divinity and DDO. So really just chilling. Nice. I'm having fun modding. It's been a pretty busy week for me, so I haven't had a lot of time to live stream. Had a couple late days of work, but I am streaming now. And my goals are to get these healing spells in. Then for my shrink and grow spell, I want to figure out scheduled tasks. I have a meditation buff that you can get from sitting in this meditation chair that I made. So you can get a mana increase buff. So, and I have a shrink and a grow spell that I also need to tie up here. So I'm gonna do shrink this time because it's freaking hilarious. I think shrink is like one of my favorite spells. All right, so now I should be able to go into creative and we should have new. Now the icons are not done, but let's see, that shrink and grow. Keep that. So I'll put shrink and grow right there. So we have circle of healing. Heal. There we go. So I'll have heal. There we go. There we go. We'll do it like that. Regeneration and rejuvenation. Mana bar now? Yep. All my spells use the mana system. Yep. So you can see the mana bar right here in the corner. Yep. So each time you cast a spell, it is going to take mana. Whee! So this heal and circle of healing are not gonna do anything yet. Let me hurt myself. So the only spell that should be working right now is regeneration. And there it goes. So it's gonna tick each second. I think, okay, that only lasts about 5 seconds, so we can play with that. So regeneration is pretty much done now. I need to do rejuvenation next. So now let's start working on what the spells do. So in rejuvenation, this one's going to be pretty quick. I already made a couple things. So apply spell effect self, and then I have one where it's apply spell effect. Player positional AoE is what I want. And then in here, I need to add the radius, so I'll put 5.5 in here. So so if you're standing in the middle of a block, it's gonna go roughly 5 blocks out in all directions in a circle around you. So it's gonna be a pretty big AoE. Now the question is, for this AoE... Yeah, I make sure that it's a player, so it's only going to affect players within that AoE range. Which is fine. That's good. Let me safely shut down here, and then we can start again. Man. Gotta warm up. When I first came in here, before I turned anything on, I could see my breath. Might as well be streaming outside. Jesus Christ. My excitement will keep me warm. Alright, so rejuvenation, since I don't have another player here, I can't really test, but that AoE buff will also affect me because I'm part of the list. Let's stay away from Dingledork over there. So if I cast this buff, so it did apply it. So it would have applied it to everyone within a 5-block radius, right? So so if we start here, right? 1, 2. I can't tell which ones are blocks there. There we go. So we start here, right? If I stand here, it would go out 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would go out to the end. Oh. There we go. Ah, right there. Perfect. That's actually a really big range. I may end up toning it down to where you got to be within like maybe 3 blocks, a 3-block ring. Maybe 4, maybe 4. 5, I think 5 is too much. 5 is too much. It's been snowing here again. Yeah, we got a pretty big snowstorm a little bit ago. I guess it wasn't like it was big for the year. It was over a foot of snow. The one year we had like 3.5 feet of snow in like one storm. It was ridiculous. And the funny part was, like a couple weeks before that, we got a foot of snow. So it was funny. Like it was a labor of love doing all that shoveling. I could join you real fast if you like to test it out. Unless you're running local. I am running local right now. I could put it on the server. I could do a quick build. Just to make sure, like that would help Manaway if you could. Let me shut this down. Let me build. And I gotta sign into Bisect. We will stop the server. Let's go to Files, Mods, Mythbound Magic, delete, upload. Oh, I forgot to change the build. Hold on. Gotta go all the way, not that far down. We'll make this .5. Okay, now let's run this. There it is. Upload. Perfect. All right, now I can go to Home Start. Now take a look at the console. Oh, looks like we are fetching, oh, the update from a couple days ago. Okay. It's weird how it doesn't like automatically do that on server reboot. Like I gotta shut down and then start it back up manually for it to take an update. Unless my scheduled task isn't running. Oh, it's not even running. That's why. Ew. Why are you not running? Interval 6 hours. Only when server's online. Only when server is empty. Auto reboot. Start time. We'll do today at 12 p.m. Save changes. There we go, that's better. Okay, and the server booted. The Rusty Grimoire. Hey, RC. There we go. It's a little picky when you're trying to like click in that box. Alright, let's go into creative. Let me grab swiftness. I don't want to destroy any of my things. So there's swiftness, and then we can have rejuvenation. I was gonna say, where am I? Oh, I'm underground. Alright, Manaway, if you could be so kind as to log in, we can test out these spells. Will you be doing the Hytale mod jam? I don't think I am. It was a 4-day period. You know what? I will see what the theme is. I don't feel super confident in my modding capabilities right now to do something unique. And I highly doubt it's gonna be like magic themed. All right. So this is going to be swiftness. You don't have an buff, right? Like a run speed buff? I think you're good. Oh, insufficient mana. Oh no! I don't have any of the stuff. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna bust out something here. I am surprised that the spells on that staff are still working, honestly. Oh, insufficient mana still. Oh, I gotta get my mana up. You know what? I could put on Lich form too. Hold on, let me get Lich form out. There it is. Lich form's gonna help with my mana regen. There we go. There, look at that mana bar shooting up. Okay. Swiftness, here we go. Did you get the swiftness buff? I'm not sure you got the swiftness buff. Let's try rejuvenation. All right, you're low on health. So it did put rejuvenation on you. Did swiftness not work, Manaway? Oh, did I fix swiftness to use the new AoE? Nope, swiftness is still self. Never mind. Did you get the rejuvenation buff? It looks like you did. I see you. Yeah, and your health is regenning. It's a quick buffer. I think it's only 5 seconds right now. Are you getting it? Yeah, it's a big red cross. I don't have an icon for it. That's the placeholder icon. So you are getting it. Because I could see your health going up. So the AoE stuff does work. I think you could be pretty far away and still get it. There we go. So I'm right up here. Yeah. So the AoE stuff works. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So that's good to know. And I will I have nothing on in my skeletal form. Oh, that's great. I can put some equipment back on. Oh, looks like Lich form wore off anyways. Alright, I'll just hide my gear again. There, and I think one more buff here. Where's Shrink? Here we go. This is what I'm gonna be working on. Getting us. So there's this one, and there is of course Grow. And the awesome part is, like, if I get like spirit of, let's see, like you turned into a bear before, right? It will preserve, right? You could be like a big bear or a mini bear. So it will shapeshift you accordingly. Yeah, oh, still waiting for my mana to come back. Oh, Lich form wore off. That's why my mana pool sucks right now. There we go. A mini bear. And then you'll be able to cast things like swiftness on yourself and be able to, like, sprint like crazy, being, like, tiny. That's what I want to do. See, then you could just... This is what magic's supposed to be like. You could actually swim in little 1-block spaces too, which is awesome. Thank you so much, Manaway. Thank you so much. Let's get back to actually fixing these spells. Little bear. Eventually, I think it'd be cool, because I want to put on a dragon form as well. I want you to shapeshift into a flying dragon. I think it would be cool to have a special system to where another player could mount on your back. Right, so I could become, like, I could shapeshift into a bear or a dragon or a wolf, and one of the players could, like, hop on my back, and then I can, you know, ride, you know, bring them somewhere with me. That is the ultimate theme. So I'll leave that in the server. You should be able to craft all those wands now, and it uses the mana system.